Hello everyone, welcome back. So I've been meaning to make this video for some time now because I see that there's still a lot of people kind of lost on this path, the spiritual path, which is basically a path to freedom, a journey to freedom. And it's not an easy one. And why do I say that? Because, as you know or you don't, this is a reality that has suffered so many first of all, loss of energy, all sorts of manipulations, implant and distortion. It's still going on. Even if we're still healing, I mean, the state is advanced. But there are certain things that you have to understand that beyond a certain stage, they don't exist anymore. And the reality itself needs to be, basically this reality needs to be transmuted. And this actually starts inside. And the journey to freedom actually is asking of you actually the most difficult thing, which is the most important thing, is to go within. And it starts with an intention. It doesn't matter how many books you have read or how many workshops you've been to, different whatever, how many teachings you have explored. You will never really free yourself and make any real progress unless the intention is set to find the truth or to actually to free yourself. Because if your intention is just, okay, of course there is a phase. There's the first phase is when you become interested, you want to absorb information. But as you build energy and as you build that discernment, you will see what is false, what is less accurate, and what's true. And you move past it, and you will uncover more pieces of the puzzle that will help you put together this image, this understanding, and that will make sense to you, for you. So then you can pursue that. Yes, so as I was saying, all starts with the intention. That dictates the whole thing. It doesn't matter. You don't necessarily have to go to all the classes or to just like read a million books to actually find the right information. Because when you set that intention, you will be guided. You will, as I said, then this will look like something magical. And once you're set on finding the truth and putting together the true image of what you're looking for, as I said, you will be guided, and this will seem somehow magical. Then you are asked actually to embody certain things, because if you don't embody, you don't build those qualities, those things inside of you, those higher realities, you're still going to be kept here. And we want to move out of this reality, because this is a reality that has been, it's not, first of all, it's not natural. Although it might sound weird, a lot of the elements that we have here, the way we see relationship, family things, whatever, money, blah blah, whatever, they're all unnatural, and they create a lot of stress. And well, we're kind of tired of that. I know that I'm tired of the whole thing, and it's limited, and we want to move out of it as fast as we can, just like let it behind us. But it becomes something that it's inaccessible to most people, as that was always my question. I mean, I was always like asking in my mind, like, but why no more people aren't doing so well, or aren't they making any more progress on this path? And one thing was because they're set to actually reinforce this old reality. And you're asked to leave it behind. I know it's hard, but you have to leave certain things, if not all of it, behind. You have to really concentrate on actually well, first of all, you have to go within, so you actually have to have more access and build energy and transmit through you the energy of source, so you can be given more of that understanding and inspiration of what needs to be done. Yes, of course, that takes time and it's a process and whatever. But as I said, when you are actually making progress, you'll see that things, the reality around you will start to seem strange, like really strange. And more magical occurrences will start to happen in your life. And things that until that moment you wouldn't have thought that it's possible will show up in your life. Your energy grows and your discernment of what's true and what's false expands as well. As I was saying, you will start to see strange things happening around you in your life. I'm not going to say, I mean, it can go into this really scary stuff. And of course, there's also beautiful things and great things. But as you move through these layers of distortion and stuff, you have to understand that the gates are guarded by certain things and beings, and that you have to be aware of. And the more you hold light, the higher you grow and the closer you are from actually becoming fully, how should I say, sovereign, because we are sovereign, but it's like to claim yourself, to claim that power and actually use it. You will start to experience opposition, unpleasant things, scary things. And you have to prepare yourself for that, and you have to you're not supposed to like push them away and say, oh, that's not that's not part that I heard that actually path, the spiritual path is love and light and happy and whatever. You have to keep to be happy. This is a conscious choice that we have to make. But as I was saying, because there is so much distortion and these things belong to this lack of energy type of system, and distortion and stuff like that, and reversal, they will try to keep their system in place. And you are somebody that provides that energy. You have to understand that your energy is being used from birth until death, or whatever, what I understand death. You're being harnessed all the time. And of course, they don't want to lose, how should I say, food, the source of food. So that's why when you're actually getting so close, the battle for your soul, for your sovereignty, becomes really crazy. So be prepared for that as well. But as you grow your energy and your power, you will find out that actually these are just desperate things, and you become less and less fearful, and you will be shown how to actually conquer all this and move into the reality that you want to be, and not just stay here because it's and creating a reality that is sick and it's not natural. And as cute as we wanted to make, and as like lovely and blah blah, it's not. It could be for a while, but then you see all these patterns in people and relationships and in things, and you see how all leads to distortion and how everything is so how should I say, wants to create drama and all sorts of like horrible things and unhappiness and I don't know, competitions and all sorts of weird things that are just unnatural. And it's hard for most people to understand that life can exist beyond what we see and what we know as life. But that doesn't mean it's not true. and it's your duty, if you really want to move higher in energy, it's your duty to actually do your best and set the intention to free yourself and go within and embody those principles I was mentioning some other time in a blog post of cleanliness, clarity, and coherence. Because the more you do those things, which is by cleaning yourself, the emotional, mental, and physical garbage, these things cannot attach to you, and they actually become repulsed by your energy, because they cannot sustain themselves on high energy. So that's why they actually always interfere and try to keep everyone into a low vibratory state, so it's easier for them to harness and to create this distortion and this like maze, because that's what's I mean, this reality is about. It's this distorted maze. So yes, it's not easy, but you shouldn't give up, because the purpose is to actually free ourselves and exist on a higher energy state. But that's only just the beginning, because the journey doesn't end when we become well, we are, but we have to really be aware, and we have to embody that sovereignty and that power. So when we exist on a higher state of energy, the journey doesn't end. It's just, oh, right now we're actually existing on a different level, so the journey continues endlessly and evolution continues endlessly in this sense. But it's an important step to move forward and claim our power back. By the way, I just posted another blog post which somehow actually completes this video, and if you're curious, I will leave a link below, and yeah, see you next time. Ciao.